A highly anticipated Woodinville hotel is now open. The Somm Hotel and Spa opened its doors back in September. There it is. The luxury property is already turning heads. Stunning grounds, delicious restaurants, and a beautiful spa. It's definitely stolen my heart. And executive chef Maximillian Petty is here to tell us all about his latest venture and to, of course, show us a delicious recipe that's a little on the lighter side.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we're getting to the holidays. We want to keep it light and fresh.
Absolutely.
Easy. Yeah.
Something, I loved this. You said people get intimidating, included myself, when I'm going somewhere. And if you were there, I would be really intimidated. What am I making? What's going to taste good? So this is something you think people at home could make.
Yeah, super easy. And we get invited to a lot of parties, and I am a dad of 2, and I don't have time. I mean, even I'm a restaurant, work owner, I'm a chef. But even if I wasn't, I tell all the time in my kitchen, the thought of bringing a hot dish to someone's home and then having to reheat it or set it out and watch everybody, or even a salad that's going to die and wilt, it freaks me out, and I do it for a living. So I can't imagine the normal person going to all these different parties. I went to 3 this weekend, and
I know.
I'm usually just I'll just bring wine or I'll bring cookies or whatever. But if someone's like, oh, please bring a salad or please bring, whatever it is, I'm going to kind of show you a version of something that I love and what I would normally bring and what I make in the restaurant even. That's so easy. And little techniques too, if you're going to a chef's house or your mother-in-law's house or someone's house that you want to be like, hey, I do things at home. I'm an incredible.
I elevate things sometimes.
I'm fancy. This is a great way to do that, and especially with ingredients that you might not use all the time or be afraid of or not like.
So this is a beet salad, winter salad we're making. How do we get started?
So beet salad, so I'm going to have you cut some pink beets. We have pink beets, red beets. You can cut either one. I just don't want to get your...
I know, matches my outfit.
Matches your outfit.
Very Legally Blonde today.
Yeah.
We're in it.
So yeah, going to take the tops and the bottoms off, and you can have them, quarter them, cut them in whatever shape you want. So these beets, and how we do it, which I think people get freaked out a lot, is because you don't know, the salt roast them. You see all the different recipes online and they're intimidating. And I think and a lot of adults hide that they say they don't like beets.
I love beets.
See?
I'm obsessed with beets.
Everyone says, they didn't grow up liking beets, but I think secretly all adults are exhausted and they love beets and they're so tired of a green salad. So, and beets just offer so much of that natural sweetness, and that I think we just being so busy, we want something rooted and delicious, and that's kind of what beets are. Yeah,
some people say they taste like dirt. I'm not that person. I think they're so delicious, so I'm really excited.
And so with these beets, all I do, and you don't have to get too complicated, you have good olive oil, which you have around the house, and water. You do half and half, and you put them in a little pot, and you let them simmer in that. Olive oil keeps the temperature from boiling and getting too hot and overcooking them, and the water infuses because you can throw in garlic.
Whoa, look at that. That is a really interesting
beet. A little Grinch action for the holidays.
What is happening?
The water you can throw in some garlic, some thyme, rosemary out of your garden, whatever, if you have a garden, or whatever's in your fridge. You have some mint, you can throw it in that, and it infuses and gets into that flavor. It kind of soaks into the beets, and then they come out of that, because the best part about this, you put them in that mixture unpeeled.
Ooh.
And then you simmer them for a little bit. You put a little poker in, take them out, and then you use a towel, and it just rubs right off. All the peels and all that just rubs right off, and you have these clean-looking, already peeled beets. You don't have to sit there with a peeler, roast them in the oven. So you can just walk away from it and kind of prep everything else, including your vinaigrette. Super easy. Vinaigrette you don't want to overdo. So it's 3-to-1 oil to vinegar, and then just whatever you want to splash in and highlight. So here, sherry vinegar, little pomegranate molasses, a neutral oil.
That sounds good.
Very, very simple. We make this for, you can throw in anything. You have herbs, vinegars that we make in-house at the Somm.
What's this?
Oil.
Oh.
We're trying to do no waste at the Somm as best we can, so you'll see lots of little projects that I brought. Vinaigrettes, you can make your own vinegars, steeping in old herbs, oils, blend them. Put them in a blender with some oil, with herbs and stuff.
Yeah.
Just blend it like crazy and then strain it through a cheesecloth, and you have a beautiful herb oil. So we'll do a little bit of that. We'll put
Love the colors.
And then if you want to, mix this up a little bit.
Please.
Yeah. And then all we do is then plate it. We'll add a little bit of salt. So a little bit of a smoked sea salt here that we use here at the Somm. And then
also you have some fancy pistachios. This is art.
Yeah,
what is this?
So building the salad it's just texture, and it's just all the things you want to feature. You keep it really simple. All the vinaigrette and the sweetness from the beets is already there. You've done the work of the salad. You could eat this. That's probably what I would normally eat for lunch.
Yes, this is my girl dinner.
Yeah, exactly. And then after that, it's just texture, and for us, no waste. So the beets, all the beet tops. Then we blend with a little bit of egg whites, a little bit of brown butter, and then you go into a little mold here. You spread it in. Then you can get this on Amazon. It's really beautiful. This is a fun one if you want to like show off. You make this little mixture with egg whites, butter. I need to post the recipe because it's super easy. Blended herbs, a little bit of flour, gluten-free flour. You spread it on here. You bake it 350 for 6 minutes, and then this pops right out, and you have this little tuile that with the beet greens you would normally throw away. So yeah, so you want to start going down on the plate.
Okay, all of it go. I'll let you. And while we're plating this too, tell me about Somm and Bin 47 for someone that's never been there. It is just a stunning property.
Yeah, I mean, Bin 47 is one of the 2 restaurants inside of the Somm, and the Somm is a new hotel and spa in Woodinville, the heart of wine country over there. It's really fun. I used to go there for concerts at Chateau Saint Michel.
Definitely.
And you can hear those concerts sometimes from the hotel. But 2 restaurants. One focuses really around the more finer things. You have this big tomahawk steak. You have bolder red wines. We have our sommeliers down there. It's a blast. Kind of we're gonna introduce a tasting menu here in February and March. But really, you can kind of just explore the menu and try different wines and foods. And then you have the shed upstairs, which is...
Oh, the shed is such an epic location, too. It's a rooftop venue that has just world-class food as well. It feels like you're in Los Angeles. What are you putting here?
So this is a labna, which is, again, another thing that I think intimidates people. But if they have yogurt sitting around in their house, which having little kids, I throw away all the time. They don't eat it. But if you let it sit overnight in some cheesecloth, all the whey drips out. So you have like, it feels heavier in the winter, but it's still light. It's like yogurt, but softer and like cheese. It's like making your own cheese. So we infuse that with a little bit of pistachio, that on there. Another fun one.
Oh.
Another one.
Garlic?
Garlic that you just always, we sit it in honey. And honey has natural wild yeast in it. And then it ferments the garlic, kind of makes your own roasted garlic. And you just have to let this sit out for a couple weeks just out on your counter.
Delicious.
Put raw garlic in honey, ferments, makes delicious.
Okay, we have less than 30 seconds, so how else do we finish this?
Pistachios on top.
Pistachios.
Our little tuile, you already put one on there, which is beautiful.
I know, I did a little something, something.
And then from the gardens and the farms, next to us, at the Somm, we just are surrounded by winemakers and farmers and all that. So we just kind of highlight just the texture. You don't need to dress it so it dies, just a little garnish all over, and then dive in.
This is amazing. What else did you bring too while I'm tasting this?
A little bit of agnolotti pasta we make with butternut squash from a farm, and then a cheesecake that's on the menu at all times. We whipped brie into a Basse-style cheesecake with a goat milk caramel, and then, of course, the tomahawk steak. We dry-age meats. We have so much fun with meats and seafood, and then wine here. We have our own blending room. You can make your own bottle. It's part of your stay. You come, you get to learn from the Somms, make your own bottle of wine. You get to go home. You get to dip it in wax. You get to cork it yourself. It's a blast. But yeah, we have a lot of fun events coming up. New Year's Eve, we have a party for like all the way till midnight. Snacks.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Valentine's Day. It's very romantic. The whole place.
It is such a vibe. My mom and I went and we had so much fun.
Yeah.
Delicious food. This is so good.
Thank you.
I think I could do it now that you showed me.
Super
Thank you
easy.
for being here.